Welcome to the Circle of Grace 1. I'm your host, Chief Principal Teacher and Founder, Bishop Francis E. Revels-Bey, and we're back. It's Sunday, March the 4th of 2012, and we're back with, we're going to do our live webcast. This is being recorded this way, pre-recorded, and it's going to be uploaded right behind the one that was done a few hours earlier, which was part 1 of 2 for live webcast number 179. This is the first Sunday of the month. So this is for the spiritual and metaphysical ministry called the Circle of Grace 1, founded on July 2nd, 1999 AD, under the aegis and the anointing of the Angel of Grace through divine providence. Of course, it gave birth to its very own spiritual and metaphysical institute on February the 7th, 2009, which is now just 3 years old and a month. And of course, that's the Circle of Divine Grace and Remembrance. And I'm the host, Chief Principal Teacher and founder of both, Bishop Francis E. Revels-Bey. We're back now, a few hours later. We're doing part 2 of live webcast number 179. Now, if you listen to part 1 here at the YouTube channel, and also through Facebook and Twitter, you'll see that earlier I was discussing the universal year number 2012 as a universal 5 backed by the number 32. I talked about the month of March being an 8 universal month. I also talked about being that this is a 5 energy universal year. It's about freedom to change and be free to change. And so this is an opportunity that everybody is going through, but it's all done for the better. And if you just follow your heart, what's in your heart, truly in your heart, what your heart desires is, you'll be fully blessed by it. And you'll be blessed by the people that you meet. And right now what's happening, everybody is still out there meeting their soul families. Why? Because we've all got something even bigger and better to do, and that's to usher in this golden age and allow ourselves to be a part of a greater community where we are just not a collective consciousness. It is a unified feel of oneness and wholeness. One is also whole at the same time. And so it is an opportunity to feel greater wellness happening in your life. And it's all about not only just seeking, people want to say, favor for yourself, but you're seeking favor and favorable conditions for those within your family and beyond, even those who you do not know yet, and you haven't met yet. And so, before we step into this, let me just offer this segment with a prayer. Through divine power and by divine grace, may you realize that you're becoming a newer you day by day, moment to moment. There's nothing that can hold you back. There's no one that can hold you back, unless their power is beyond that of all of creation that is governing us right at this very moment. We're never here alone. We're here with others walking with us and speaking with us. And we're all going to be more telepathic as time goes on, but we're going to get clearer. We're going to enjoy the fact that we have this crystal energetic body that's going on. We've got all the minerals in our body, and more will be discovered that is also in us that's going to be coming out to the surface. And just like what's coming out of us is also coming out of the earth, being birthed by the earth. And so this is definitely an opportunity for us to witness the golden age in ourselves, the golden maturity in ourselves, witnessing that the higher self is inside, embodied within us, and we're carrying this light of divinity. We're carrying the light of divine grace. We're carrying the light of spiritual remembrance and awareness. And this is what the Circle of Grace 1 spiritual and metaphysical ministry, as well as the Circle of Divine Grace and Remembrance, the institute of it, which is spiritual and metaphysical. Not only in that institute will you learn about tarot, the working of tarot, you'll learn the working of pendulums, numerology, the significance of it, the significance of colors and gems. And the Circle of Grace 1 as a spiritual and metaphysical ministry and institute, being the Circle of Divine Grace and Remembrance, it's about bringing you back, but allowing you to adapt to the newer you that is now coming forth. In that third dimensional realm of consciousness, we were busy manifesting. See? So now we'll be about the business of goddessing on the planet. Goddessing, goddessing on the planet. Alright, which means the embodiment of the light materialized into your life. So you can't have one without the other. And as I mentioned before in part 1 of 2, it's the yin and yang icon symbol being personified, being lived on the planet. Within every woman, there's a bit of masculine energy. And within every man, there's a touch of feminine goddess energy. And when both are fully functioning in their wholeness, then we see a better community of spirit. And it's not just a oneness, not just a wholeness, but a remembrance and a greater awareness of who we are and why we're here. And we're going to be connecting with so many energetic light forms in its most subtlest side, in an infinite realm of subtleties, all the way up into a greater realm of definites. All right, and which we have to understand. I learned long ago, a finite mind cannot comprehend infinite things. That means if you are limited in your thinking, limited in your feeling, limited in your actions, limited in your speaking, limited in your listening, then when new information comes to you, you can't properly discern it. You can't properly understand it for yourself. Also, what we have to do is allow ourselves to be open toward others. And also remember that we don't know everything, but the people that we meet have the other portion. So sometimes we have to listen to other people. Maybe you may not want to, but you don't have to be very critical. But guess what? Within you is the divine and the Holy Spirit. Within yourself, the divine presence of the I Am is in there. And that presence knows when something is not right. It won't allow you to be around anybody. Maybe it might be with yourself. It might be with other people. But if you are truly open and within your consciousness of yourself, if you allowed yourself to be touched by the spirit of unconditional love, faith, gratitude, grace, divine grace, and realize it's a favor to everybody. It's favoring everyone. And at the appointed time within yourselves, that divine consciousness is birthed, it's released, it's generating, it's regenerating, it's transforming you and bringing you to a whole other side of self, which is your divine self. So we're going to move on. This is a live webcast being pre-recorded right now. We're going to make sure that everybody gets this on YouTube. The first morning session lasted approximately 48 minutes, and we're going to get another 22 minutes in, as much as we can, so that you get all of this information today. Alright, so this is our spiritual and metaphysical ministry here for the Circle Grace One, and the angel Grace is the leading keynote angel, and she says she wants me to let you have part 2 here with the Grace Keys of Remembrance. Followed, embedded right in it, is a special original Creative Pathwork Meditation of mine. And what we're talking about with the Grace Key of Remembrance today is that it is totally up to you in terms of what you take in. It is totally up to you what you choose to embrace. It is totally up to you if you're going to benefit from change. You can have the freedom to change, but you may not allow yourself to benefit from change, to be blessed by a change. And so there are many people, I can't mention names right off the bat, as I would say. It's coming to mind. I met him several times, and that is Brother Neil Donald Walsh. Read his books. His books are so potent, not only the conversations with God, but the ones that he has out that says, when everything changes, change everything. Read that book by Neil Donald Walsh. That book will bless you, will open you up in different ways that maybe you thought may have been real, but now you know it's real. Read his books. Get works by Michael Bernard Beckwith. Dr. Reverend Michael Bernard Beckwith, the founder of the Agape Church of Science of Living, Science of Mind Church out there in Culver City, California. Read his material, especially his book called Spiritual Liberation, where he talks about how he got into this. And this is good to know, how people can change their lives if they open their heart and open their mind. And you find out it's up to you. That's the message for this month. It is totally up to you to move fast or move slow. It is totally up to you to open the door for yourself or have someone assist you in opening the door to a better life. It is totally up to you. Meaning you have to feel comfortable. Not just think it's will, but feel comfortable with it. The late Reverend Ike used to say, the feeling gets the blessing. And I didn't understand that for 30, 40, 50 years. I got it now. The feeling gets the blessing. And it's true. If you feel good, then goodness comes to you. If you're feeling off, things will be off. If you're feeling bad about something, things will, in your consciousness, in your awareness, in your circuitry of energy, it won't feel right for you. But guess what? It's okay. You're not supposed to be every place you can be. But be prepared, and be ready, and be open. So when you are, you're always what? In good energy. You're always having your energy raised to a higher level. You can meet with other people and have your spirit within you unlocked and blossom for you. So it's like when you get up in the morning, the minute, when you're coming back to your body, your physical body, when you know that you're there in the bed, asleep, or maybe you fell asleep on the couch or the futon or in an upright chair, but when you come back to that physical form, the vessel that you're moving around in, you want to make sure you're there in your consciousness and that you're totally aware that you're there. You want to scan the body to make sure the body is all right. The body of mechanisms, your nervous system, your heart, your lungs, your intestines, large and small, your stomach, your spleen, your liver, your pancreas, your gallbladder, your urinary bladder. You want to make sure everything is functioning. Your heart, especially. Your eyes, your ears. You want to make sure you're feeling well. And then as you begin to open your eyes, you want to be forever grateful that you have eyes to see. In other words, you have the ability to see into other worlds. Therefore, you form vehicles, vessels for you to do that. You have the ability to hear across the planes, and therefore in your consciousness you have a canal, a hearing mechanism so that you can do that. You want to allow yourself to be more aware. So yes, it is totally up to you. You can't say God placed me here. You set the mindset. You set the tone. And then God appears. God is always awaiting you, you see. God as the light, as the master pharaoh Akhenaten says, sometimes his name is pronounced Akhenaten or Akhenaten. Akhenaten is how they sometimes, I have a play on words with that, but to me it's Akhenaten, only because I'm very much into letters and numbers. And the feeling when I say the letters, it's like, he's full of breath, the holy breath. Kin, he's akin to all of us. Kin, and he carries a vibration. And then attend. He's not only attending to you, but he's letting you know you can attend to yourself. Why? Because the sun is there, the solar energy. Only one source. And that source has many infinite layers flowing in and around it. So you have to realize that it's totally up to you. How you choose is you're going to choose what you think and what you feel. But you're going to learn to bring what you think and what you're feeling together as one. To be in accord. To be in agreement. Now as you begin to release all kind of negative thoughts and belief systems and feelings, you still have to have discernment. And I know from experience, if you don't have discernment and don't use discretion at times, you still will be lost. Not lost to others, only lost unto yourself. So it is very important, and I speak to all as brothers and sisters, and as elders, and crystal children, and indigo children, and indigo adults. there is a moment that's coming up, a gateway for you to walk through. Realize that you're the key and you're the door. And many people are talking about the egoic mind, the ego. We all have one. And all the masters who ascended, even Isa, Jesus, who was known as Sananda, the seed of the Christ, often he experienced his ego moments. He had to tell the ego to get out of his way, that he had control. The biblical said they refer to it as Satan, but it's really his own personal ego. He moved aside. But guess what? His divine ego stepped forward. So he still has an egoic mind, but the ego is now what? Connected to a greater sense of oneness and wholeness with all that is, all that was, and all that ever shall be. Spirit. We can call it Holy Spirit, we can call it God, we can call it the Buddhic mind, the Christ mind, the Christ heart, the compassionate one, the ancients of the ancients, the light beings of infinity. We can call whatever we want to call it. It is still connected to the divine. It is still the light. And many people, and I've been there before, so I know what I'm saying to you, many people will walk in this light and feel they're the only ones that have the wisdom, they have the understanding, and you're not. You'll think you'll be the only one that has all the keys, and you're not. You're not the only one. Somewhere in the arc of time around you, in the arc of the moment, there are others doing the similar patterns, similar teachings. You chose to arrive at your designated location so that you can meet your support system and so that you can support those who are supporting you. You can anchor those who have been anchoring you. You can meet the guardians who have been holding the gates, waiting for you to arrive, to be the next guardian. So, it is totally up to you. And this is why you just can't contemplate divinity and spiritual truths, mysticism and mystical things, and magical things, occult things. You just can't contemplate on it. You got to meditate on it. Meditate is finding your center of being in God, being in grace, being in gratitude, being in generosity, being in giving, being in receiving, being in the state of embracing, being in the state of awareness, bringing in greater awareness. Bring in greater awareness. Bringing in more. You get excited. Holy Spirit has a lot to say. Downloading it into me, and that's why sounds are coming. But the feeling is the same. It is up to you. My friend, Brother Ted Silverhand, a wonderful life purpose coach reader, back out on the East Coast, and he travels all over the country to various spiritual and psychic and holistic expos, giving his readings, spiritual consultations. And he had said to me 10 two-word phrases, and it was actually 2 lines, 10 words. If it is to be, it is up to me. And it's the same thing that this message, Grace Keys of Remembrance, message for the month of March. It is up to you. If you're seeking to overcome your health, you can research and connect with other people and do the things you have to do, and go to those master herbalists and go to those master holistic massage people and light workers and body energy workers. But it's still up to you after you go to them and they help you move through that sludge of energy, get that sludge out of your system. It's still up to you to maintain. So that means you still have to learn what you need to learn to help what? Create more preventive approaches so that your body isn't out of whack. And even if it is, don't give up. Keep working on it. Because the more you work on it, and then you begin to work on it joyfully, you begin to receive joyfully. And there's a sense of ease coming to you and through you, emanating from you. If you allow yourself to receive a healing, of wholeness and wellness from someone else who is good at what they do, excellent at what they do. If you allow yourself to just go and connect, and you can feel that the connection is there, you get blessed by by the energy that's flowing out of the earth, flowing out of the universe, from that, through that gateway to you, and then from you back to them. It's not just being supportive financially, but being supportive emotionally, purely with good, clear emotions. This is why they say there's a clarion call. That means there's a light, call of the light that is coming. And all of us here on the planet are light workers and healers and teachers in our own way. Leaders and supporters in our own way. Cheerleaders for others in our own way. Anchors for others in our own way. But we always have to work on what? This is the year. The freedom to change. Have the freedom and the desire to change. And guess what? It is up to you to change. The more you change, the better the planet will be. Because I mean, you're lightening up. You're creating simplicity where you need to create simplicity. You create complexities where you need to create it. But you're responsible for each one, whether it's a simple or a complex formula. You're still responsible because it's flowing through you. And likewise, if you find yourself going over things 30 million times, expressing ideas to others, I feel this way, I feel this way, I feel, and you seem to talk about the same thing all the time, it's not only does that person need to do it, but so do you, because there's a possibility that the divine mind of the universe, the divine heart and compassion is asking you to carry it out as well. So it's very important. It's different if you are already living it or flowing through it and you're offering that information to others. Then that is good, because then what you see that you plant in the consciousness and awareness and the remembrance of others, it will bless you at the same time. That means you may get an idea for others, and later the idea that was held up for you now is released. All the information is right there. So allow yourself to network joyfully, be in a salubrious, meaning in a divine way with everybody. This is the month. The Grace Key of Remembrance is It's Up to You. Now, let's channel for you the help of the Angel of Grace, and the vibration of Micha-Ja-El is right here. He has been traveling around the world to everybody. Micha-Ja-El. He has allowed me to call him Micha-Ja-El. In fact, he told me, when I'm with you, it's Micha-Ja-El. And who is Micha-Ja-El? Well, Micha-Ja-El is, when he walked the face of this earth, we knew him as Michael Joseph Jackson. In the face of our presence, he was a prophet in music and a prophet for the world. He was one of many. And he left such loving messages, healing spiritual messages. Who knows what would have happened if he was here to do that live performance worldwide. But he is still coming through blessing us with messages, and everybody, he is coming, he's wanting me to tell you that he is coming with joy to everyone. And he says that if you're childlike in your heart, you'll get the message. If you feel that you're an adult, you're still going to get the message. But if you're playful in your heart and you come here with joy, you're going to receive the message wholeheartedly, like a child. And you will really see the gems and the pearls of wisdom. You'll see the selenite of transformation. You'll see it. And so he wants to share in this Creative Pathwork Meditation. It's called, and I had the line as, you are a bright light. And I look in the ethers here, and he says, he nods his head, it's okay for me to say it that way. He is a magnificent light bearer. So usually those who have a great message are always attacked a lot in their human form. But he stayed the course. And he paid a price. But he touched the hearts of billions of people in this world and beyond in life. So he is feeding me light and energy today, joy and happiness as a child today. And we're going to take you to this journey. He kind of looks at you and says, well, no, you're going to take him in this journey. I'm just going to watch and do the journey with you. You're a bright light. You can either close your eyes or relax. I'm going to reach across and get my selenite rod, healing tool. And I'm making a bold step. I've done this and I've used this before. But this is Piscean time. And I'm a Piscean. I want to blow some light into the cyberspace here. May you take this energy now and let it flow. Let it flow in the ethers all around you. Let it flow down from above, down into you. Now, I'm going to place this along my back. The reason for that is I want this light to channel up, and it's going to get clearer into space. I have it resting here right along my spine. I'm not pressing my spine into it. I'm catching it with the lower part of my back. Let me take a little sip of aloe juice. I like my aloe juice not to be sweetened at all. Rarely do I mix it with other fruit juices and things of that nature. I like it straight. Now I'll put some oxygenated water in it. Alright, now we're ready. You are a bright light. What you can do is leave your hands down in your laps, or if you like to use your Tai Chi stance and stand with both feet together or shoulder width apart, or if you like to sit in a half lotus or a full lotus position as you do this in the Hatha yoga. And Hatha, you know, deals with the sun and the moon, the Pingala and the Ida channels. Or maybe you're one who practices Kundalini. Maybe you're doing a Qigong exercise as you hear this. But what I want you to do right now is allow yourself to, if you like, close your eyes, but mainly just slow down the rhythm of your breathing and begin to inhale through the nose and release the breath through the mouth. It'll be good for you to place your tongue to the roof of your mouth just behind your two front teeth. When you're ready, do all the breathing through your nose without pausing in between. If you have any gemstones around you, put one in each hand, or put one out in front of you, or three out in front of you, or put them underneath your chair. I want you to just feel the flow of the chi that's built in naturally through the clear quartz, celestial quartz, amethyst, citrine, smoky quartz, that's swirling around in all kinds of gemstones, right in the selenite. Let that beautiful energy of your gem or crystal go in and through your heart. Let's create a magnificent shield of light around us. Think of the pillar of light flowing the same width of your neck, flowing up through the top of your head and the crown of your head, all the way into the center of the universe, the great central sun, and touching the great central moon. Feel that energy flow down again through your heart center, right in front of your body, and behind you, you're in the center of it, flow all the way down into the belly of the earth, the womb of the earth, the lava core of the earth, and its etheric vibration, magnetism, and feel that energy. Maybe it would be good for you to carry some boji stones, male and female boji stones, because that has the magnetism, positive magnetic and electrical energy. Or maybe you want to work with a lingam, that'll help you too. Or maybe with a stone that's called a shaman stone, which is actually like the boji stones together as one. Purely magnetic stone. Or magnetite, if you like. Or tektite, moldavite, if you like. But whatever you have there, kyanite, kunzite, whatever gems you have, just work with it. Let them work with you. Put them within about arm's length around you if they're small. But I mean, about as big as your thumbnail. And if they're bigger than that, bigger than your hand, and you can have them like spread out 3 or 4 feet around you and beyond. I want you to be in the middle of that energy. Let all that energy play through you. And what we're going to do now, I want you, if you want, you can get a little mirror and put it in front of you. And what I want you to do, as you gaze at yourself in the mirror, or into your third and your pituitary, and your crown, and your heart center, and your right and your left temple, base of your throat. These energy centers now are going to be energized. You should feel electrical energy, if it's along your spine, traveling up your back. Feel the energies of your kidneys open, adrenal glands open, spleen, gallbladder, urinary tract, everything open. Intestinal tract open. Stomach open. Liver, pancreas open. Heart, thymus open. Lungs open. Larynx, parathyroid, thyroid open. All the sinus cavities open. Third eye open. Pituitary open. Feel all the muscles relax and open. All the nerves relax and open. Right down to the cells. Feel the bones relax and open. Becoming more supple. The chi moving into the bone marrow. Strengthening it. Be forever conscious and aware of what's going on internally. Martial arts, they focus on the lower chakra, the lunar plexus, which is the second chakra. Korean Danjan, Dantian in Chinese. We call it sacral chakra. Be aware of the heart center, in the middle of your sternum, and the back, upper part between your shoulder blades, even with your heart. Fine. See this light begin to expand itself all the way internally, going into all the conduits, right into your meridians. You have 365 meridians, one for each day of the week, and each day of the year. Just take it all in. You get more tingling sensation as you go, and expand it by inhaling upon it, and then letting it just flow out of the heart center, out in front of you. Micha-Ja-El is laughing here. How far? We're going to take it beyond the walls of your home, out into the street. You might see even across the city, across the hamlet, harbors and towns. Come back to your heart swiftly. Go to the back of your heart and take it out the same distance. You wanted to go 1 mile, 1 mile radius, do it. That's what I'm doing. In fact, I'm a 10-mile radius in front, 10-mile radius behind me. 10-mile radius to the right. Micha-Ja-El is smiling. He's got a bright, bright light, a smile. 9 to 10 miles to the left, then into the earth, and into the heavens. Stepping back into, this is your Merkaba, or Merkaba. And I was given back in 2001 a new type of way to do remarkable. And, I'm going to put that onto a CD audio and perhaps into a DVD so that you can see it. And actually draw the diagram up so you can see it. I want you to take this in and say, I am that I am. Exhale out, I am that I am. Exhale out, I am that, and then inhale. Inhale and exhale. Keep the tongue to the roof of the mouth. Keep your lips together, your teeth together. You don't have to clench anything. Just relax. Focus on your back. I am that I am. What is the I am? A bright light. I am bright light. I am a bright light. Focus in front of you. I am a bright light. To the right of you, I am a bright light. To the left, I am a bright light. I am a bright light. Beneath you, I am a bright light. And above you, I am a bright light. Just feel the vibration, smiling, pouring up out of your cells and weaving into your cells, into your cellular memory, your greater spiritual remembrance, your most infinite spiritual remembrance, and divine grace is now blessing you. Remember, it is up to you to take the step to freely change yourself and adapt and be flexible. You hear Michael over here singing and dancing. Those eyes, those penetrating spirit eyes. The angel of grace says this: behold, beloveds, behold, beings of light, behold, you who are God. Know that your presence is great and is never forgotten. Know that through you there is a blessing that shall light this world brighter than you can imagine. Lift your heart, lift your soul, and receive. Embrace all that you are, and know that you have been placed here at this time, in this moment of history and her story, to be a light for others. Open up your heart and show your unconditional self. Open up your heart and show the beauty of divine grace that rests and lives in each and every one of you in your heart. Be thankful that you're sharing the planet. Be thankful that you're sharing the beauty and understanding of divine grace and remembrance with all that you meet and all who you are about to meet. Because it is up to you to open the door of your own heart. It is up to you to embrace all that you see, the light and the beauty within everyone. Open up and receive. Open up, because as you receive, you are also giving. You're exchanging. It's an exchange. This exchange is always going on. This is the beauty. This is your remembrance. This is what you're here to be aware of as well, amongst many other spiritual essences. You are here to share divinity and remembrance of them. You're here to share a wealth of abundance and prosperity and understanding. You're here to share harmonic peace with others. See your heart open, one petal at a time. See the pulsation of the heart and see the nectar of your own beauty flow forth. Know that you have an important place, an important station, important degrees, which are increments of light. You have an important message, mission. You have a ministry of your own. But it all comes back to creating wellness, wholeness, healing, which is wholeness, oneness, which is unity. Your life will flow. Be ready and freely change the way you think. Adapt, be flexible. Truly generate and transform yourself. And remember, it is up to you to make yourself better, make yourself lighter. But know that you have a support system, a team of other souls who are here to help you. This is your opportunity to shine forth expansively, infinitely. You are the bright one. Thank you so much for listening. This is live webcast, been recorded up for you. Number 179. This is part 2 of 2 for Sunday, March the 4th, 2012. This is the Circle Grace 1 spiritual and metaphysical ministry that's done every first Sunday. We're going to find other ways to bring these teachings out. Of course, we're going to bring them out also in teleseminars and teleconferences. There's more than one way to share the teachings with you. And remember, you can also email me at im.circlegrace1@yahoo.com. You can call me on my Skype internet number 973-685-5978. You can call my special spiritual prayer, affirmation, meditation, and decree request line, which is 505-717-4722, and listen to a beautiful 2-minute message, outgoing message that is a multi-purpose decree. Remember, at im.circleofgrace with the number 1 at the end at yahoo.com. Come back here often to the YouTube channel for the Circle Grace 1. We'll see some of the archive shows. There's a few of them up there. Some most recent ones over at ustream.tv channel circle-of-grace-1. Or go to my website, circlegrace1.net. This is Bishop Francis E. Revels-Bey. Circle Grace 1 was founded on July 2nd, 1999 AD, under the aegis and the anointing of the Angel of Grace through divine providence. It gave birth to his very own spiritual and metaphysical institute called the Circle of Divine Grace and Remembrance on February the 7th, 2009, and it's approximately 3 years old. I'm the host, chief principal teacher, and founder, Bishop Francis E. Revels-Bey. Well, until next time, remember that divine grace is a blessing as we are alive and well in the age of remembrance. See you next time.